excited today to be with you to share my story about my journey and how I got involved in working in with the female economy and really trying to make a difference on gender. So I was really lucky growing up, and I think I grew up in a real area of privilege. I grew up in safety. I had a great education, a really supportive family, and I had a family that told me I could achieve anything and my gender wasn't relevant. I think the reality that hit me when I joined the working world in my early 20s wasn't quite what I'd grown up expecting. And actually, it really burst the bubble to make me realise that I had to really think about what I was doing and whether or not I wanted to work in the industry that I joined. Quite early on in my career, I remember sitting down and having a conversation with my sister, just really listening and talking to her about how hard I was finding it. And actually, I really was thinking about leaving and going and doing something else. And out of the mouths of babes, my 8-year-old niece turned around to me and went, "Auntie Sammy, I just don't understand why you don't just go and fix it." And it was a real light bulb moment for me, because it made me realise that if you want something to change, you kind of have to do it yourself. And so that's what I decided to do. I went back into work. I got really involved in trying to make a change to improve the equality within our business. As part of that, I got involved with HSBC Balance, which is a 50,000 strong employee resource group which operates across the globe within the bank. And their mission is to engage both men and women on gender equality. So really, really trying to have those difficult conversations, but with everybody. And I was privileged to be able to be the co-chair globally for Balance for 5 years, which up until recently. And there were a couple of key programs that we ran on that, which I think really helped to make a difference. I set up an ambassador program, which is now over 200 senior leaders around the globe, because what they wanted and what our senior leaders told us is they wanted help and guidance. They wanted to make a difference. They weren't quite sure how to do it. And sometimes those conversations are quite hard. So what we did is gave them the information they needed and the support they needed to really drive within their business and to stand up and be counted. We also then added an advocate program, and that was for everybody in the organisation who wanted to make a difference but just needed that little bit of guidance. I think we all know when it comes to talking about gender equality and gender diversity, it's sometimes really hard to know what to say and to fall into pitfalls. And therefore, what we wanted to do is make it as easy as possible. And one of the final programs that we did on Balance is Change Makers. So the Balance program also runs a coaching circles program, which really helped to make change. And I'll come back to that because we've actually scaled that externally now. On the external basis, 80% of decisions that are made in the household are made by women. The female economy is so important. I work today with small and medium-sized enterprises around the world, and it's really made me realise that actually not just focusing on the internal from a female economy point of view, but really pivoting my focus externally was really important to help those female entrepreneurs. We know they struggle to get funding. We know they struggle with network. We've seen the research. And so I wanted to get involved and try and make a difference. And on the external front, there are 2 programs that I'm involved in that I'm most proud of. I'm part of Women on the Wharf, and we run and set up 18 months ago a remote mentoring program across firm to connect senior leaders and junior members of our firms. And that's across all industries that are based in Canary Wharf, not just in financial services. And it's been amazingly successful. The feedback we get from the men and women who get involved is that they really like how they connect with different people. They learn different things. We've actually seen quite a lot of people get promoted off the back of the program, which is amazingly satisfying that we've been able to pay it forward. And the final program, and this goes back to the coaching circles program on Balance, we've just kicked off with Albright, who are an amazing organisation. It's called HSBC Raw. And that is where we've taken all the research that we've got on female entrepreneurs and the help and guidance that they need, and built a coaching program for over a 3-month period in order to help them to do that, to connect them, to help them to work out how to get funding, to get access to VCs. And we're so excited about that program. And for me, that's one of the things that going forward, hopefully we'll be able to take that and scale it and really make a difference to the women in the world who really want to go and break all the ceilings and really make a difference. So for me, that's what I'm looking forward to, and hopefully I'll be able to continue to make a difference for the rest of my career.